Hello and welcome back to another episode of MTT Finance, the channel where I track my net worth, track paying off debt, growing my asset column, and from time to time release some financial topics tutorials as well as TD Ameritrade tutorials. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. In today's video in particular, I would like to go over my June 2021 student loan debt tracking, how it went with paying off my student loans during this past month, and seeing how much on track I am to being debt-free from my student loans. So stick around, I'm going to be sharing my screen so you all can see my student loan debt payoff spreadsheet that I'm using with paying off my student loans and becoming debt-free. So welcome if you have never seen this before. This is my student loan debt payoff spreadsheet, and each month I basically input how much I put towards each of my student loans. So let's go ahead and start inputting some of these numbers for my Sallie Mae private student loans. As you can see, going into the month of June, I was carrying $99,308.47 in student loan debt, which is a lot of student loan debt. However, this number at the beginning of my student loan debt journey was at $140,000. So I've now paid off around $41,000, and I have been, just to give you a brief update, really targeting my private student loans because my government loans are in deferment. So now let's take a look at this Sallie Mae loan number 1, the interest rate of 7.13. This is the highest interest loan I have for my student loans, and currently it was sitting at $13,547.72. However, now at the end of the month of June, we are currently sitting at $11,912.77. Now let's take a look at the Sallie Mae loan number 2 with the interest rate of 3.88. This number was at the beginning of the month of June, $14,353.60. However, at the end of June, at the time of filming this video, we are now sitting at $13,109.63. Now, if you are in a situation like myself where you have government loans, you know that they are still in deferment up until September. So right now it's July, we got August, and then September hits. The federal loans will once again be due for the students who have taken out a loan with a federal agency. So we're gonna have to see what happens, whether or not it gets extended even more, which I don't know if it will. It's already been extended, I think, twice. And the other thing is what I'm gonna do once that point hits where it's no longer in deferment, because then I'm gonna have to start paying on my government loans. And my government loans, they have a much higher minimum payment due every month. I think it's around like almost $900 a month. I haven't been paying that for the past year because they've been in deferment, and I've been taking that $800, $900 and placing it towards my private loans, as you guys have been able to watch me do. But now let's go back to this spreadsheet and let's input this number over here for the month of June. This is going to spit out the number of how much money I actually did contribute towards my student loans, the debt, and how much change there has been between the months, between the month of May and the month of June. So let's go ahead and input that number, which is $96,429.55. We get that from right here. This number adds up all of these dollar amounts in this loan amount column, and then we're going to put it over here to the student debt total. And we have a change for the month of June of $2,878.92. That's the total amount of change in my student loans. One thing you have to remember is just because I put down however much I put down each month, whether it be $3,000 or $1,800 a month, not all of that goes towards the principal of the loan. A lot of it gets chewed up by the interest that's collected by the lender. That's what this interest rate is over here. And the higher the interest rate, the more that loan company will chew up of my payment, and it will go towards interest rather than the principal of the amount. One last thing to draw your attention to, and that is the student debt total graph. I have made over here. And as you can see, I changed the color from black to red because red signifies debt. As you can see, we're making small little stair steps here going into July, and it'll be interesting to see what July brings in terms of how much I'm able to budget out and contribute towards my student loans. You're always going to see at least $800 contributed, and I always try to pack on at least another $1,000 and more if I'm able to do that. These last few months have been great, especially with the tax return. I've been able to contribute more money than I typically would be able to if I was just relying on my job, and things at my job have gone well where I'm semi-commission based and I have been able to make more money than I have in the previous months. And I've been able to then contribute that towards my debt accounts. But anyway, that concludes the June 2021 student debt payoff update. The purpose of these videos is to in no way make people feel awkward. Sometimes I myself feel awkward because I'm kind of showing financial stuff with my life. But the purpose of these videos is not to do that. It is to help inspire you and show you that you can take more control over your finances and become more diligent about paying off your student loans or any type of debt. I know for me, just with making these videos, it's kind of forced me to stay on top of my student loans. It's something that's kind of always in the back of my mind. But now that I'm actually tracking it and showing you guys on YouTube, I kind of have to be creative in ways that I'm going to want to show a bigger progress with my student loans. And in my viewpoint, there's nothing really wrong with that. In fact, it actually helps speed up the process of becoming debt-free. So if you like these videos, be sure to give them a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, be sure to do that. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.